Right guys, so we're going to do a wedge test. This is the new Callaway MD3 Milled wedges. I've got this in 56 degrees and 12 degrees of bounce in the W grind and with the black finish. It does come in different blinds. There's a C grind and S grind. Get fitted to work out the best grind for you on your individual golf courses that you play at. Certain grinds, the bottom of the golf club will suit different types of golf courses and also different types of ways you play shots. Whether you want to hit them into the ground or whether you want to use the bounce and use the bottom of the golf club. So go and get fitted for wedges, it's massively important. Also getting the right loft is important to fit in with your makeup. Like I said, I've got this in 56 degrees, 12 degrees of bounce. I'm going to do 3 different distances test, 20 yards, 50 yards and 100 yards. I'm going to be trying these ones as well, these Callaway chrome softballs, to test it with as well, so we can see how well they react going into greens at certain different distances. I love the look of this wedge in this finish, this black finish. I think it looks awesome. They obviously had the PM grind as well, which is the big Phil Mickelson one, which has got the big face to it. This is a much more traditional looking wedge. This is straight out the wrapper. I've just taken this straight out the wrapper. The face feels like sandpaper. It's quite crazy how grippy that face feels. It's got a texture to it that makes it look even more grippy, which is only a texture. I'll try and get some real close-ups of there, but see little diagonal lines on the face. That is just a pattern which makes the face look very grippy, building confidence up. Loving these bright coloured grips. They come on all of the wedges as well. I'm sure you can get different ones. Should we give it a go? Let's give it a smack. So black finish. It's got the 3 or 4 different kind of ports in the back here. It's 4 green kind of spaceship windows, and the reason for them apparently is to take the weight out of that section of the club head and disperse it more evenly across the face. See how that works? So 20 yards chip first. Just pitched it a little bit further. I struggled to see that 20-yard pitch. 24 yards I carried it. Spinning there at 5,000 for such a short shot is quite impressive. I'll try and pitch this one a little bit closer this time. Just run through a touch. That should be a bit better. Not the grippiest from that. So such a short shot. It's not going to stop dead still. Still 5,000 spin rate, so for such a short shot, it's not bad at all. Let's go back to 50 yards and see how it performs from that distance next. So 50 yards now, we'll see a little bit more action going into the green. Initial thoughts on the face, it felt very, very good, and it felt like it was going to spin a bit more than what it showed there. 5,000 on a short shot isn't terrible at all. Right, let's go 50 yards. I do love the look of this head. So you can get it in a chrome finish as well. The chrome's nice. I don't know, I think the black's just got something about it. The black and the lime green really looks really good, where maybe the chrome and the lime green doesn't stand out quite as much, and certain little spaceship windows in the top here don't stand out as much on the chrome wedge as it does on this black finish. Let's go 50 yards this time. That felt great. Oh, my alignment's not particularly great there, but that felt really great. Only 40 yards, it stopped instantly. 6.5, nearly 7,000 RPM spin. Don't know where my straightness is there. Oh, I'm way off. I was aiming at the 50 banner and not where GC2 was aiming me there. Let's go this time. That's better online. Get in. Oh, wow. Dancing around the cup. I'll just play an action replay of that because it went a little bit black after it hit 7,600 spin. I showed the action replay of that one. That nearly pitched in. And for such a short shot, stopped instantly. Very, very impressed on such a short range like that. Let's go 100 yards. I might just have to aim this a little bit further on, or else I'm hitting it over the net. Initial thoughts, it feels amazing off the face. I love this grind for me, this W grind, and the 12-degree bounce just feels like it's not going to dig in. I know it's on a mat, but it just doesn't feel like it's going to dig in at all, and you can definitely see that. I've tested much lower bounces before on the mat, and it feels like it grips. So I like that bounce for this loft. Okay, 100 yards. This is where the fun really starts to take place, certainly on the wedge testing as well. So anything over about 11,000 RPM is very good for a wedge from this range. Let's see how it gets on. So 100-yard pitch. I might just be a tiny bit left, but I feel like I hit that well. Yeah, look at that. It's hard just when I'm pointing a bit sideways, I'm not quite sure where dead straight is here. 100 yards on the nose, 10,655. Impressive. Like I say, over 11,000 is really good. Right, come on, get one straight this time. I just don't know where I'm quite aiming there. Right, I've got it now. I'm on it. It's the one. It's exactly where I aimed. Look at the spin on that. Very, very impressive. Let's have a look at the spin rate on that 95-yard pitch. Is spinning 10,700, so very impressive numbers. Feels fantastic, and it looks much more of a conventional wedge than the PM grind. Wasn't a massive fan of the looks of the PM. This in black with the lime green and the proper looking face without it being a big bulge. Little alien windows at the back. Comes in different lofts, different grinds, different colours, black and the chrome finish as well. It's got to be good. It's got to be a recipe for success. And a lot of good players are using it. Obviously, a lot of the tall players are out there using it. See how it compares against some of the other wedges if you do test them. Try and get on GC2 and have a look at what your spin numbers are from distant differences. See how a wedge feels when you're hitting it. So how it reacts with the surface, how it reacts when you're making contact with the ball, how it feels when it contacts the ball, and have a look at what your spin numbers are on a launch one. That's the only way you can really test it with proper golf balls, with premium balls. Range balls, they won't spin as much. Guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Got lots more testing coming up. That was the Callaway MD3 Milled wedges. Not bad at all. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.